It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Cowboys. Creative quarterback. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, coming up next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? Here's Raymond bringing it out. Get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us.
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Sheridan looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carr. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun. Sheridan. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cowboys.
On first down, Sheridan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Looking to throw. Sheridan. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Look at this Cowboy defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're...
Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've been terrific. other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 69 yards. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
A throw left side here taken in by Driver. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll keep it himself. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Owens. Complete to Stewart, right side. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Allen. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3-and-out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 2-yard line.
They'll run. This is Allen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Owens. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 4 yards out. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And a Cowboy first down.
On 1st and 10, Sheridan going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move. Nice run. Winds up getting about 6. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Sheridan. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sheridan. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Sheridan. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Quick throw there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Oh, nice move. And one more time. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake. Sheridan. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Off play action. Sheridan. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Giants 14.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Owens. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he's into the clear again. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to throw. Sheridan over the middle, complete. That's Carr. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
First down, Cowboys.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of down.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Owens got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Now Allen. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Allen. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Owens throwing the out route and complete. It's Townsend. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To throw on 3rd down. Owens. That is caught. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Raymond now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
And the Cowboy first down.
Operating from the gun, Sheridan. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
To throw on second down, Owens. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Third and 5.
Looking to throw. Owens. And that's incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Sheridan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play. And it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Sheridan. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, Sheridan able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 22.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Throwing on first down. Sheridan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And it's third down.
Back to throw. Sheridan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
Looking to throw. Sheridan. He's got it. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking to throw on second down. Sheridan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From a yard out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Brings up third down.
Back to throw. Owens work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, Owens. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On 1st and 10, Sheridan. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slam.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a 1st down as well.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Dallas.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
First down, Cowboys.
Throwing on first down. Sheridan. And that'll be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Sheridan. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. To throw on second down, Sheridan. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
To throw on third down, Sheridan. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
17.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And possession switching back to the New York Giants. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Owens. That one complete to Driver. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw on second down. Owens. Allen here on the screen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Owens. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Owens. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On first down, Owens. To the right side, he's got Parker. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
They'll run with Allen. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. His 9th rushing touchdown on the year, number 12 overall. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on third down, Sheridan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this out to the 25. New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Owens got his man complete over the middle. That's Townsend. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Owens. And Walker has it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Owens repeated the last play, finding Walker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Owens. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He finds his man complete. It's Townsend. They call his number again. It's his. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 3. 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 Operating from the gun, Owens. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Operating from the gun, Owens. Touchdown, Giants! From 4 yards out. And the Giants get a bit closer. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. And it'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the 4th quarter. And they'll begin by running the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
It's week 9 of the National Football League, and we've got the Chargers burner at wide receiver. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Chargers and the Raiders, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on and off we go from Las Vegas. Taken at the goal line. Down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's the Raiders punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Barnett. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Cole, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Open man here is Gentry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Back to throw. Stevenson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looking to throw. Stevenson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's the option. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's a 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Stevenson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before we get the 1st down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
First down, Chargers.
He'll look to throw. Short pass caught by the tight end Gentry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At their 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barnett. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Cole, and they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Cole. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Jackson now to return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 44-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out to Cole on the right side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping in shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And 10 yards to go.
Off the play fake, Stevenson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Cole. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
2nd down and 3. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. To throw on 2nd down, Stevenson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
It's a gain of 3.
On 3rd and 2, Stevenson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back to throw. Stevenson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
First down, Chargers.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stevenson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run, and they'll get him down here at the 23. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. The Browns continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 6-3 with the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Brock Purdy, a touchdown pass in the victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Rams trying to finish that one off and claim victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken right around the 44. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And it's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to try and do this himself. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll start by running the option to the right.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 36 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Escapes the defender.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the 1st half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Dixon trying up the middle.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think we could easily read his mind there. There was just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running it.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all those things, but those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnett. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Running out of the gun with Dixon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Looking to throw. Stevenson. This pass reeled in by Hull. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Stevenson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Cole, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Up the middle they go.
Cole. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cole. He is out of bounds inside the 35.
87 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Cole. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 25.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Now a give right side. It's Cole. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and 9 here.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Stevenson.
That is caught.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will remain well behind. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, it's Cole, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Cole.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
On first down, it's Cole. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cole. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Los Angeles,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.